Good morning, my fellow drivers of Glasgow. Yeah, today is Saturday, the 13th of December 2019. Yeah, man, 12 days to Christmas. Yeah, man, Rastafari. And it's just gone 05:4500 hours. Yeah, man, I want everybody to listen good. Yeah, listen keenly. Trust me, whatever you're doing, drop it. Drop it and listen to what I'm going to tell you right now. Because this is some serious info I've got for the drivers of Glasgow. Yeah, and this might apply to all the drivers outside Glasgow, the whole over almost 4 million drivers that Uber's got. Yeah, this might apply to them as well. Almost 4 million drivers globally. Listen, this is it. Yeah, this is some serious shit. I've told you the last video, don't worry about it. You guys can go carry on working, making the money. I'll do what I have to do to bring you the info. I will do that. Trust me, man. Rastafari. And I will do that. So what I brought for you today is why Uber is offering us these rewards. The consecutive trips reward, yeah? You know, do 3 pickups and then earn something, yeah? All right. And the tip as well, you know, whatever tip you've got, they'll merge it. Yeah, they'll match that as well. And the Uber Pro as well. Why are they giving us this? There's a saying, if it's too good to be true, probably it is. Trust me, man. Yeah, man, Rastafari. Yeah. Yeah, it's smelling something that's not nice. Why Uber's doing all this? Have you heard about the data economy? The data economy? Yeah. And the big data journey, that's what we're in right now. The industrial age is gone, so now we're talking about data right about now. Data journey right about now, yeah? Technology and data, that's what it is, yeah? I call it the big data race. People are racing to the moon, now people are racing for data right now. And I'll tell you one thing, man, yeah? Data is much more lucrative than oil. Yeah, man, by far. Data have more resources, more funds than oil. Yeah, man. In this era that we're in right now, because of the info and the knowledge that you can extract from this data. And that's why Uber's offering us this, because we as drivers, we are the vehicles for Uber to be collecting these datas. And that's one of the reasons why as well, we're not seeing the search as much as we used to see it before. Because Uber have to come up with some control measures to make sure we run to get the data for it. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Uber have to come with some control mechanisms. Because remember, if the search was coming like 4.7s, you know, almost 5s, we were in control then. We could choose our jobs, and when we run out, we don't pick up outside. We come back to where the search is. So we're not doing as much collecting, do you know what I mean, as possible that Uber needs. Because we're running back to where the search is and picking and going and coming back to where the search is. That is. So whatever Uber needs, we're not doing it. So Uber has to come up with some control mechanisms to make sure we do what it wants us to do without coming to us directly. You feel me, my brothers and my sisters? Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. So what Uber's done now, the consecutive trips, what happened? Yeah. Then Uber will send drivers even to places which are not profitable for Uber, because there's nothing in there. But because you're collecting the data for Uber, they will send you there because you expect a reward at the end of the 3rd trip. And that's why when the consecutive trip starts as well, everything dies down, because Uber is looking for people that could do the job for what it needs. The drivers that would do the job for what it needs. Where to send you, for you to get the information for it. Yeah, man. Because Uber's app, remember, our driver's app has been created in a way that it collects data for Uber. That's the sole purpose of the app. See, the driver's app and the rider's app is one app. Yeah, man. It's one app. What the difference is what you see when you log in. When you log in as a driver, and what you see when you log in as a rider. But it's the same app. It's a mirror app. That's why when you get a ride, the rider could see what you're seeing on their screen, on the rider's screen. On the rider's app, they could see what the driver is seeing. But the difference is it's a mirror. It's a mirror image. Exactly. That's what it is. The app has been created for Uber to collect data. That's what it is. So Uber's doing all these things, giving us all this kind of pathetic, I should say, all these pathetic rewards, yeah, for us to do the job. And whilst we're doing this job as well, Uber's charging us 25% fee. It's like you going to the barber shop. Yeah, it's like you going to the barber shop, right? To have your hair cut. You pay the barber, right? But instead, the barber pays you. Yeah, man. Instead, the one doing the work pays you. So we're doing Uber's work by collecting data for Uber that Uber is hoping to make revenue from. That's what you see. The private hire business. That's not what Uber. That's not what's gonna make money for Uber, because it's costing Uber a lot of money to run it. You see, what's gonna make Uber money is the data. You see, all these social medias, YouTube, Google, what's it called again? Spotify, even Spotify, yeah, the music platforms, yeah, and what's the other one again? Twitter, Facebook, all the other social medias, they're collecting data. Now it's the data race. It's the data economy. It's what you can collect and what you can generate from it, because these data are very powerful. They can collect a lot of information. And that's what Uber's doing. That's why we're getting these rewards from Uber, And look at it this way. The consecutive trips. Imagine you pick up someone and you drop them in Edinburgh. Why would you want to leave your system on as a driver from Edinburgh to Glasgow? Why? Because do you know why? Uber wants you to stay on, because all the data you're going to collect on your way coming back is vital to Uber's business. That's why they're doing it, my brothers and my sisters, man. That's why they say when you go offline, you're not qualified. But people like me, I always go offline. Yeah, man. If they want me to collect their data, let them come and renegotiate with me, man. Trust me. Yeah. And they don't like it when you do that, because they're not getting the full potential of what they need from you as an individual. They want you to stay online throughout. Yeah, man. That's why Uber's making drivers walk longer now. Without this surge, you walk longer. Look at what Uber's done now. Look at it this way, yeah? What Uber's done is they kind of like say that there's a price increase during peak busy period, yeah? And during the week, it's only in the morning, yeah? Because I don't do mornings anyway. So I think it's just about an hour or a couple of hours. I'm not really sure. But it's just in the morning, yeah? So that means you aren't going to make as much money as you're supposed to make during the week, because it's not as busy as the weekend in Glasgow. Yeah, man. So during the weekends, that's when they put a 20% increase on the fee, so that you can try to walk longer in order to catch up for what you've lost. And once you're trying to catch up for what you've lost, you're collecting data for Uber. Remember, when your app is on, the driver app, when you go online, you immediately started collecting data for Uber. If you kind of like go on any of your apps on your phone, you're still collecting data for Uber, because Uber's using that, whatever you're doing on that app, and collecting data for its own purpose. Yeah, man. Whatever you do, once you get the app on your phone, yeah, and you are online, you engage with any app on your phone, not with Uber's app, any app on your phone, you're collecting data for Uber. Trust me. And they're building a data bank. That's what they're building, my brothers and my sisters. Yeah, that's what we're doing. We are vehicles. We are tools being used. Previous private hire companies, we were just numbers. Yeah, man, we're just numbers. But now with Uber, we've graduated from numbers to being tools. Yeah, man. That's what's happening, my brothers and my sisters, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. If you look at the conditions that are attached to this Uber Pro, yeah, yeah, based on your ratings, your cancellation, and your acceptance rate, you know, and how the riders are going to rate you. It's kind of like look after the riders, and they're going to come back, and then we're going to collect more data. If you want to qualify for this Uber Pro, that's what it is. Yeah? And if you look at Uber as well, the postcode that they're giving you as well, the postcode that they're giving you to pick up the rider from and where you're going to drop them, it's in their interest. That's why I've told you whatever Uber's giving you, it's not for us, it's to benefit Uber, because Uber doesn't have us in mind. To say how is it going to benefit the drivers, it's to benefit Uber. Because remember, when you're collecting data, right? You're collecting data right now, yeah? And you want to break down that data, you know, you want to find out information from that data. Is it not much more useful when you just class it as in postcodes and say G3 rather than saying, okay, let's say you know Kelvin Grove Street? Yeah, when you say G3 covers a wider area than just using street names. Do you know what I mean? So that's why they're using postcodes. When they say G74, it's much more valuable information than when you just use a street name in G74, and then they can kind of like do whatever they want to do with it. Exactly. That's why they're giving us postcodes. That is why. I'm telling you, people, it's not in our interest. Uber's doing it for its own purpose. Yeah, man. Listen to me, people, man. This is it. This is it, man. I'll read you what I found out online, man. What I found out online, what it says about this data, yeah? With Uber, yeah? So Uber's data collecting, yeah? With Uber's data collecting, yeah? It says all data is stored and leveraged to predict supply and demand as, I should say, sorry, let me start again. I'm quoting, quote, yeah? Quote. All data is stored and leveraged to predict supply and demand, as well as settling fares. Uber also looks at how transportation is handled across cities and tries to adjust for bottlenecks and other issues. Uber also gather data on its drivers on code. Very useful. Uber's not hiding it. It's not hiding it. Uber's gathering data from us. Uber should be paying us. We should be using Uber's platform, the Uber's drivers app, for free. And we should be paid for it. But Uber's giving us these rewards. Do you know why? So that tomorrow, if it comes to light, it's going to say, I've been paying them for it. I've been giving them the rewards. Yeah, the rewards are what? I've been giving them what? I've been matching their tips. The tips that they get from riders, and I've been giving them rewards. If they pick up 3, I'll give them a £5 or £6 or whatever it is. That's what it is. That's what Uber's gonna say as a defense. As a defense, yeah. Yeah, I've been paying them for it, but none of us know why we're doing it, why Uber's giving it to us. Because I tell you, man, because all we see is just money. Some people, I've told you in one of my videos, some people when they see money, when you tell them money, they lose all rationality. Yeah, man, they start seeing stars. They don't think. But people like me, I think, man. This is it, people. Yeah, man. This is why we're getting these rewards from Uber, to be used as vehicles to collect data for Uber. Yeah, man. And data is more lucrative. Remember, people, man. Yeah, man, in this data economy, it is much more powerful and much more valuable than oil. Yeah, man. Everybody's running towards data right now. Yeah, man. Businesses are setting up. Yeah, man, just to collect data. That's what it is. And Uber, who's a much better company than Uber to be collecting data in this whole world? Yeah, man. And that's what we're being used for. Yeah, man, just reading what I wrote earlier, man. What I wrote earlier, because I busy write things, man. Yeah, man, you know what I mean? When you do your research, you kind of write things, man. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. And one thing I want you, if you drivers look at how many pickups you're doing now, drivers are picking up far more for Uber now than before. Because what? They're not making any money. Yeah, drivers are picking up 40 to 50 a day. Not me. Not me, man. No, man. No, but please, I'm telling you, some drivers are picking up 40 to 50 a day. Just because remember, Uber knows how much money every driver is making. Uber got the data. Uber tricked us. They tricked us. They fooled us. Yeah, they knew how much money we are used to. And all of a sudden, they cut it down. It's brain psychology. So now you're chasing what you've lost. Yeah, man. It's like you walking with your shadow. All of a sudden, your shadow disappeared, and you now start chasing your shadow. Yeah, man. You run, it runs with you. You stop, it stops. That's what it is. You're never going to catch it. Yeah, man. That's what it is. So Uber all of a sudden cut down the search. Cut it completely. Yeah. You don't see the search as much as we used to see it. So the search was our revenue, because remember, Uber's cheap already. And for Uber to increase the price, it's lost. Uber will think I will lose. So let me keep the price down, because this is not where I'm supposed to make money. Where I'm supposed to make money is gonna come. Is the data. Let's put the price down so that they'll keep on running in order to make the money, in order to get the data for us. If we put the price up, they're not gonna run. They're gonna make this money and they're gonna leave early. And they're gonna be selective. Yeah, man. That's why drivers are coming on early these days and they're leaving late. And Uber's laughing. Look at them, man. Ooh, look at them, man. They're running for me. Yeah, man. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is. If you take charge of your business, then Uber will think twice. I'm telling you, man. I've been telling you this. Whatever Uber tells you, it's a lie. Uber's a thief and a lie and a cheat. Trust me, man. And it's going to do anything possible to make sure it gets the information it needs. And you see, when the right time comes, we just like a waste product. Yeah, a byproduct that's not needed. We hold no value at all. They're just going to put us in the toilet and flush us, or call the bin men and put us in the bin bags and chuck us behind the bin lorry. That's what it is, man. Trust me, people. Yeah, man. That's what it is. Trust me. See, these times we're in right now, yeah, is the time for the smart and the brave. You have to be smart and brave. Trust me, people. You have to be smart and brave. You have to know why you're doing what you are doing. You don't just bow your head down and keep doing what you're doing. Probably that's foolishness. That's stupidity. You don't. You have to know why you're doing it. If it doesn't work, reset yourself. Set yourself back to reset mode. Yeah, man. Chill out. Stand. Relax. Think about it. Yeah, man. If you see the system, if it's not working if they don't have what they want, they use a push strategy. They'll push you to go and do it. They'll push you to go and do it. Look at the system, how it works. I'll tell you how it works and observe it. If you're not picking up any jobs and your system is on, they'll constantly keep on throwing jobs at you. Constantly, non-stop for you to move. But you see, the minute you start moving, the jobs take time before they come. The jobs do take time before they come. Because now, you know what? They're achieving what they want to achieve from you. It's forceful. It's forcing you to move. Constantly they will throw jobs at you. Non-stop. Until you move. And then the jobs will start slowing down. And then you will have to wait for 2-3 minutes before you get a job. 5 minutes before you get a job. 10 minutes before you get a job. But the person who's not running, jobs are just flying on his screen constantly. That's what it is. It's just used as a wall. They will throw jobs at him because Uber knows that. He's not going to take the job. But let's throw the job to him or her. And then the job will go to the right person that it's supposed to go to. Yeah, man. Because they know. So this is what I have to bring for you today, people. So this is the reason why we're not seeing the search as we used to see it. Because Uber is using a strategy on us for us to run and collect the data. That's why we're getting all these rewards from Uber. It's not like Uber loves us. It's not like Uber wants us to make money. Nah. Yeah, Uber's trying to safeguard itself. Yeah. Yeah, and this is why When you get a job, for instance, to earn more within within this consecutive trips period. Yeah, Uber can send you to BS then. Yeah, knowing fully well that you're not gonna, nothing is there. That's a loss for you as a driver. It's a loss. You're not gonna make any money. That's what it is. But in normal circumstance, nobody's gonna go. Who would go from Oranmore to BS then? On a normal circumstance, no, nobody. So they're losing vital information. So in order for them to get the information, they have to come up with a strategy and say, how are we going to make these people run to collect what we want? That's why they're giving us what they're giving us. Yeah, man. It's not, Uber doesn't like us. It's not, I've told you this. Uber is never with us. And Uber's never going to stand with us. Whatever Uber gives us as drivers is in its own interest. Yeah, not our interest. Yeah, man. Trust me, people. This is it. So Uber's doing all this to use us as vehicles to collect data, man. Trust me, people. Yeah, man. Yeah. And should we accept it? Should we accept it? Should we accept it? You know? Should we accept what Uber's doing? Hey, what I tell you, what I always say is, if you manage your business the way you see fit, yeah, you can gain from it. Yeah, man, you can gain from it. But you have to take charge of your own destiny. You have to take charge of your own destiny. Yeah, if the price and the distance is not right, don't do it. Because Uber have more to gain from it. So let them give you something that's worth running for before you move. Trust me. If you do that, it will benefit you. Trust me, if every driver does that, they will give every driver something for them to move. Because if nobody moves, they're not going to get what they want. And they need us. Yeah, man, they need us. Trust me. Yeah. They're using us as a tool to collect data for them. That's what it is. And when they start winning, we are not relevant anymore. And we'll never be relevant. Yeah, man, we'll never be relevant. They'll pretend, send you infos, sending you messages, thinking like you're vital, you're important. This is why when Uber went to court against those two Uber drivers in London, for us to be deemed as employees of the company, Uber categorically refused it. Refused it. Yeah, man. It's like having your own son and then refusing your son. All of a sudden, your son becomes too good for you. Too good. Yeah, man, your son becomes successful and you want to own them, but indirectly. Indirectly. You didn't come as a father and said, yeah, you're my son. No, man. But you're commanding them indirectly. Yeah, man. And telling people, that's my son, man. But you never go to that son and say, you're my son. Yeah, man. Uber has disowned every driver, but at the same time, the drivers they disown or Uber disowns are the very people that Uber needs to drive its business forward. Yeah, man. It's not the private hire. It's the data, my brothers and my sisters, that Uber's using us for. I found it. I found it. I'm telling you. That's why we've been suffocated these days with no surge, less surge. Look at the surge now. It hardly comes up. Uber wants you to run, make up your money. Yeah, if you were going home with £200 a day, working for 12 hours, now Uber will make you work 16 hours for that £200. Yeah, man. 16 hours. Because those extra 4 hours you're on the road, they're winning. They're getting more from you. And every information is vital to us building a kind of like data points. Data points on individual, data points on cities. That's what they do. They build data points. Yes, And this is why people, man. This is what I have to bring for you today, man. Yeah? And I hope you find it useful. So what I'm going to say is manage your business in the way you see fit, man. If the price and the distance is not right, don't run. Because Uber have more to gain from it. Trust me, man. That's why when every driver switches off and not running, the surge comes up. Because Uber knows I'm losing time. Because whilst Uber's losing time and we're not running, other social media platforms and other websites and other apps are collecting data. and Uber's losing. So Uber wants to race and get as much as possible to become much more powerful than them. That's why Uber haven't gone franchise. Why hasn't Uber gone franchise? It was the best option for Uber, I thought, if it was a private hire. But that's the reason why they haven't gone franchise. They're conquering the globe. And whilst they're conquering, they're expanding their business into different cities in the world. It's all collecting data. Yeah, man, they're all collecting data. It's like Facebook. It's every part of the world now. They're collecting data as well. They haven't gone. Why not franchise? Why not franchise like McDonald's and KFC have done? Yeah. Because if those people knew then that data would have been powerful now, they wouldn't go franchise. They would do it themselves. That's why most of these, they give you loyalty cards now. They all have loyalty cards. The loyalty cards is to collect data for them. Hardly you have a business that haven't got a loyalty card. Hardly. Data is power right now. And that's what we are doing for Uber, my friends. Let Uber don't fool you with all these rewards that we're getting from it. It's pointless. It's irrelevant. Yeah, they're just using us as a tool to collect the data for them. Yeah, man. Trust me, my brothers and my sisters. Till I come your way again, stay blessed. And I hope you find it useful, man. Peace out. Yeah.